Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. And today, for you guys, is finally another podcast with Echo Killsh0t.
What's going on, yo?
So before we get into this, obviously, enjoy whatever gameplay I'm doing, but make sure to like, subscribe to both myself and Neko. I will have his link in the description and all that fun stuff, but we're going to get right into it. So my first topic I want to talk about is the MCU. And we've been getting a lot of new, freshly added content, because just recently, if you weren't made aware, the Netflix shows like Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Defenders, all that fun stuff, those shows are all now officially canon to the MCU. They were when they came out, and then they weren't, and now they are again. So I haven't seen any of these shows, and I know Daredevil Born Again is coming out. I know that Charlie Cox Daredevil is in the Echo show, which I have to watch, but I just kind of wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on the Netflix, versions of this coming to the MCU officially? Because I think they said that's like 160 more hours of content. I mean, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely relieving to know. I mean, I always kind of figured they were a part of this universe, especially the time that Daredevil was coming out, which I think Age of Ultron and Ant-Man were coming out around that time. I watched like 3 episodes of Daredevil. I got to rewatch it again. Don't remember liking it too much, but watching the first episode of Echo, man, the choreography is insane. I won't get into it too much, but it's definitely really cool to see that now we have all this content to watch, not only in preparation for these new shows like Daredevil Born Again, but we got the Punisher, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and then that Defender show.
That's a lot.
And all these other cool characters. So yeah, it's really cool to see these align with our one true MCU.
Yeah, I think if anything, it's really interesting too, because now that we're getting more mature stuff like Echo, where it's, MCU really since the beginning has been teenage and adults. Now we're getting stuff that is just adults. I mean, I know kids watch this stuff, but on the surface, Echo and all the Netflix stuff is more adult-centered. So I think it's really cool that we're getting Deadpool 3. Blade, I hope, is going to be rated R. I'm not too sure, but I am excited to see what we're going to be getting from this, because, like I said, I haven't seen any of it, and I've always wanted to watch it, and I never found time. But now that they're officially canon, for some reason my brain has like more of a, reason to watch them, so to speak. But I mean,
yeah,
you guys know I'm doing my MCU rewatch, so I'll probably get to them, because now that they're in the MCU, I kind of have to do it. So that'll be fun. But I just think it's really cool, because I know the MCU has had this gray area of Phase 4 where half people are like, oh, it's horrible, and it's woke, and it's, I think if anything, this is the best move they could do with that stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. Marvel has been kind of on the downslope as of recent. Phase 5 for me wasn't really the best. It didn't really hit as hard as Phase 4, I think. But the only MCU film we're getting this year, I think, is Deadpool 3, and that could be a really smart move for Marvel. And I think we're getting like a couple of other shows, and not trying to say that everything moving forward needs to be rated R for Marvel. It's definitely, still needs to retain to its PG-13 and obviously now going into rated R categories. But it's nice to get these mature shows, these mature things from characters that we all know and love. And I think, it spices it up a little bit. So yeah, I really do like and appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly. It does. It adds like a whole new version of the MCU, which is nice, because I don't think it's going stale, the MCU, but I'm just glad that we're getting more unique content. And then that leads me to my next topic regarding Marvel, is the Spider-Man PS4 games, because as you guys know, hopefully, Across the Spider-Verse released last year, and amidst the controversy of the people say woke stuff and all the crazy overworked people that apparently had a lot of crunch. There's a lot of good stuff in that film, and one of the best things Across the Spider-Verse did was actually make I mean, No Way Home did it first, I guess, but now that we know that not only the Netflix stuff is canon, but we get the Tobey Maguire movies, the Andrew Garfield movies, and now the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man versions and the Miles Morales game and all that, and Spider-Man 2. And then you also get the, Into and Across the Spider-Verse, like, all of this stuff now, regardless if it's Disney or Sony, technically, it's all canon to each other. That also expands. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Because, I mean, dude, No Way Home and Across the Spider-Verse they're great movies, but the fact that they made all this stuff able to connect, I mean, it blows my freaking mind what they were able to do. It's crazy.
Yeah. Now, the possibility we're going to see all of these characters, animated, non-animated, come together in Battle World and Secret Wars or some other huge event, I think is pretty unlikely, but it is really cool to know that there is other universes out there, other forms of media, whether it be games, TV shows, all that stuff, the animated movies, of course. I think it's really cool. It definitely shows a more expanded universe, and it shows that all of this is, interconnected. And obviously, me being a huge fan of the games, some of my favorite games ever made, definitely what I think are the best superhero games ever made. I think it's really endearing, and it's really cool. And when you play Spider-Man 2, you will like that factor even more. I'm not going to say what happens or something, but we'll cross that bridge when you get there. Maybe in the next podcast. But yeah, I think it's really freaking insane, dude. It's really awesome.
Yeah, and for you guys that aren't aware, I recently got a PS5 for Christmas. I beat Spider-Man 1, and today, actually, at the time of recording this, I just finished the Miles Morales campaign. So I still have some side quests and suits and gadgets and whatnot to unlock, but I aim to start Spider-Man 2 this week. So yeah, I am, like, stupid excited for that, but yeah, man, I freaking love the fact that the MCU, regardless of its quality in recent years, some of it's been... I don't want to act like the MCU has been trash, because I don't think, even Ant-Man 3, Thor 4, none of these things have been downright bad. The internet will tell you otherwise, but I don't think so. I think everything, even the worst of the MCU, has something good to offer, and I'm glad that we have, more stuff, like the Netflix stuff, like the Spider-Man stuff. It really does go a long way. And yeah, I'm just, like, stupid excited to get into Spider-Man 2, man, because those games are friggin' awesome. Like, really good. Like,
definitely.
The Miles campaign, man, I wasn't... I mean, it was short. It took me maybe 4 or 5 hours compared to the first one, which was, like, 8 or 9, but it's a good campaign. Like, it's a solid story.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah, I definitely think these games are a work of art, and what Insomniac is able to do and bring to the table and kind of change the game for these superhero games. It's almost like you'd want them to do every superhero game moving forward. And I know there's a Blade game coming out that might be an Xbox exclusive. We don't know, but apparently that's gonna play the same way or maybe differently. So I'm excited to see what that's all about. But the Spider-Man games, man, always will be, have been, will be, all that stuff will be my favorite superhero games and games ever made. I just love their style. People like to complain about, oh, it's a collectathon, but it's a fun collectathon. There's a lot of lore to be had, a lot of stuff to unlock, an enjoyable story, the best traversal system, objectively, period, the end. And yeah, just to see what the future of this holds it's going to be amazing to see when Insomniac cooks up for Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, you're telling me. And the Wolverine game that got leaked, sadly it got leaked, but I mean...
Yeah, that too.
A lot of people are complaining, oh, it's just, they made him Spider-Man. I don't know, but we'll have to see. But regarding Spider-Man 2, I have one question here, and that is...
What's up?
Can you switch between Miles and Spider-Man whenever you want? I know, not for missions, but in free roam. How do you do that, and can you do it?
So, you're playing Miles Morales right now, right? You still have more stuff to do. So, you know the Friendly Neighborhood app, right?
Yes.
Kind of swipe up on the touchpad thing in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Well, you'll bring that up, and that'll kind of show you the missions you have. But there will be a thing at the bottom, and you'll have to hold square that says either switch to Miles or switch to Peter. And once you do that, it is literally instantaneous, and it'll show like a really cool cutscene of, I don't know, Peter doing push-ups or something, or Miles taking a selfie, anything like that. It's really cool. It's a really cool attention to detail, but it doesn't make you lose immersion in any sort of way because this is using the power of the PS5. I believe Spider-Man 2 is the truly first game for the PS5 to actually use the power of the PS5, man. I mean, you press that fast travel feature, man.
It's fast.
The map, instantaneous.
Yeah.
Same thing when switching between the two Spider-Mans. So you'll see that when you see that, but it is instantaneous. It's cool. It's fun. It's awesome, man. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited, but yeah. Also, like, I don't want to really spoil the Miles Morales story just in case someone didn't play it. But there's a scene where Miles and Finn, not Finn from Adventure Time or Star Wars, the girl Finn. They're at like a museum. I know, there's so many freaking Finns now, it's hard to keep track, but they're at a museum and Miles bumps into someone and they play a really familiar tune from the first game, and I normally don't do this, but like I had like a really dumb looking grin on my face. It was really funny, but yeah, it's a really good story. I mean, it's kind of like the Arkham Origins of Spider-Man because it's set at Christmas. Yeah. It's an origin story, and it's really good. I mean, I love the Arkham games and all that, but the Spider-Man games, man, there's something definitely unique for sure. I mean, I love the Lego Marvel and Lego DC games, obviously, because those are, like, really cool, but in terms of non-Lego, I don't think you can get better than the Spider-Man games. I mean, I haven't played 2 yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be the best one.
Oh, for sure, man. And I always hear the argument that people say Spider-Man 1 and even Miles Morales is better than Spider-Man 2. And to all the people who say that, look, replay the game or just don't ever, toss an opinion on these types of games again, because Spider-Man 2 brings so much, and like I said, we'll talk about that game once you've actually played it in another podcast, but it is, it means so much to me as a Spider-Man fan, as a video game fan, and it's just so cool to see all of that come into fruition, and you'll know what I'm talking about, but yeah, man, I'm so excited for you to play Spider-Man 2, so excited.
Yeah, I'm pumped too. Every day it's like, oh man, like I love Miles Morales, but at this, I just want to like finish it so I can pop 2 in, It's like,
yeah.
Now I noticed that when playing Miles Morales, obviously he controls differently than Peter. His animations are different. Does his animation carry over into the second game? Because I noticed, like, he'll like waggle his arms around, or he'll kind of be a little bit unstable when he web slings and all that. Is it the same animation from Miles, or like do Miles and Peter control the same and like animation wise in 2, or are they different?
They definitely give Peter the spotlight. They give him more air tricks and stuff, which going from the first game, that is definitely needed. Miles pretty much has the same move set, but obviously there is the wingsuit, so that adds some some different cool combo air tricks you can do with his default set of tricks you already know from the Miles Morales game.
Yeah.
Because he already had a ton, so I didn't really see them, to need to add any more. But for Peter, they add a whole bunch. You're going to have a whole gallery of moves to use for each of the Spider-Men.
That sounds awesome. I just want to play it now.
Dude, I feel that, bro.
Darn it.
I feel that.
I love Miles Morales, but like, god dang it, man. Let me finish it.
Oh, for real. Hey, you're almost there, bro. Almost there.
You betcha. Before my lesson plans and homework really kicks in, I should be able to get a little bit into it, so that's good. But anyway, next topic here is the next Lego game, because I'm playing Dimensions right now, and it occurred to me that Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga came out April of 2022, and it's almost April of 2024. I mean, 2 months or whatever, but I mean, it's been almost 2 years since the last Lego game, and we don't have any news on the next one. We know that a lot of the people from TT moved over to 1010 Games to work on Funko Fusion. It's like a Funko Pop shooter. It looks all right. I mean, I'll probably end up buying it, but in terms of Lego games by TT Games, we know a lot of canceled stuff. There was going to be like a Disney game and a Batman 4. What do you want to be the next? When do you think we'll hear about it? What are your thoughts on that? Because I mean, it looks like after Skywalker Saga, everyone went dark.
I definitely think going forward, Skywalker Saga has set the standard for LEGO games moving forward. And obviously, Skywalker Saga was years in development, and, you know, I can't blame them, man. I mean, the game is super freaking big, and to see that IP be like, I don't know, Ninjago or Marvel, it's going to be amazing to see. Or Lego Batman. Like, it would have to be, for me, Lego Batman 4, maybe a remake of the Harry Potter games, but definitely a Lego Marvel Infinity Saga.
Yes!
Or a Lego Ninjago covering at least seasons 1 to 10, if not seasons 1 to 15, and all that jazz. But definitely I have a few stuff on my list on which IPs I'd want them to cover with the Skywalker Saga format. But until we're going to see the next LEGO game, the next real LEGO game, not 2K Drive,
or 2K Goal or whatever.
I'd probably say maybe 2025 or early 2026, man. But whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to be great.
See, it's crazy to me because back in the day, like, you look at the year 2011, right? We got Lego Batman, what do we get? We got Lego Pirates, we got Lego Star Wars 3, and Harry Potter 5 through 7. We got 3 Lego games in 1 year. Now, I know those they're not technically open world or whatnot, but, I mean, that's crazy to have 3 AAA games, even though they're not the biggest games in the world, in 1 year. I mean, that is insanity.
Oh, yeah, for that company at that time, yeah, crazy, because they started with Lego Star Wars 1 not even like, yeah, just about like 10 years ago at that point. Well, no, not even that, 2005. So 6 years into making these Lego games, and they're releasing 3, like you said, AAA games, maybe not the biggest games, but still 3 titles in 2011. So that is it's a pretty crazy feat, but you know, with Skywalker Saga, man, like I said, they set the standard. These games are going to be bigger, better.
Take longer to make, I'm assuming.
Like. Yeah, but make sure they're really good-ass games, you know, and
yeah.
Skywalker Saga is a good-ass game, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what's next.
Well, we were just talking about that off camera, is that, like... I know people have opinions, but Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, man, like, it is the best, not only the best Lego game, but I mean, I haven't beat Jedi Survivor. I started it, and I love it so far, but, like, come on, Lego Star Wars, like, it is the best Star Wars game. Like, it is literally it's like the Star Wars Bible in a game. And I know it's Lego, but, like, it's comprehensive, man.
Yeah, it's the ultimate Star Wars game, I think. I think right below that, I don't know, it's más o menos for me, man. It's either tomato or tomato. It's either that or Jedi Survivor. Jedi Survivor from a narrative is so much cleaner, so much better, but Skywalker Saga makes you feel good. It makes you want to watch all the movies again, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely an amazing game. Definitely the best Lego game ever made.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, I can see why it took so long, but that's the issue, is that, like, you know, I'm used to getting 3-4 Lego games, 2 or 3 a year, and now it's been, what, almost 2 with nothing? So it's like, geez, give me some give me some breadcrumbs. You know, I want to know what the next one is, because there was an article put out last year in 2023 about the next Lego game, and they didn't obviously say what it was, but they said it was going to be a massive IP. So, you know, take what you will, but I'm assuming it's got to be something.
Disney, they said massive IP.
Yeah.
Disney could be there, Marvel maybe, not Star Wars again, but something like that. Something owned by Disney.
Yeah,
is my guess.
See, what I think they should do if they want to make another Star Wars game, instead of just retreading the 9 or doing Rogue One solo, what I think they should do is they should make a Lego Star Wars game, same engine, like massive open world, planets and whatnot, but make it canon, or at least make their own story. Like, new characters, new planets, maybe not canon because it's Lego, but, like, make it, like, I want something new from that. You know what I mean? Like they made Lego Star Wars 3 and The Force Awakens. All those games are retreads of films, which is fine, but could you imagine if TT Games was allowed to make their own Star Wars game with everything new?
Oh man, that would be that would be insane. That would be a fever dream.
Yeah, it'd be insane. I don't know if they could do it, but
We'll have to see.
it's what I want. Because I know in Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, that game, believe it or not, that game actually had some canon missions with, like, Lor Santeca, how Poe...
Yeah.
In The Force Awakens,
Yeah, they had a lot.
yeah, like, Poe gets shot down, and then later he just magically turns up in Takodana. And, like, it's a Lego game, but they have canon levels that actually explain stuff, and it's crazy. And, like, I remember there was a level where, in The Force Awakens, where Phasma, you know, Finn and all that. Now we're talking the guy from Star Wars, Finn. He puts her down a trash compactor, and we never see her get out of that in the film, but in the game she does. And there is a comic book that actually explains what she does when she gets out, but we never actually see her, like, in there, how she gets out, and they do it in the game, and it's crazy. I mean, I know it's Lego, and there's jokes and whatnot, but it's, for some reason, they still consider it a canon, which I think is insane, but I think in the right hands, they could do some good damage with that.
Yeah, and also they were, you know, having to cover, like, one single Star Wars movie. Minimum 15, well, maximum, I guess, 15 missions. So they did kind of have to cram in some other missions, obviously canon missions, like the Lor Santeca one and stuff, which are really great add-ons, really great missions. But Force Awakens, I like that game. I like that Star Wars game. I think that's an underrated one.
I think so too. But speaking of Star Wars games, this just popped in my head real quick. Star Wars Outlaws is coming out apparently near the end of this year, and it looks great. But one of the biggest issues I have with it is you probably know where I'm going with this. They have this giant marketing ploy, and they come out and they're like, "Oh, Star Wars Outlaws is the first open world Star Wars game." I don't know if they were huffing smoke or if they were doing death sticks, but it's not. Like, I know there's maybe some debate where, it's a hub world actually, because I know most open world games are one map. But I mean, like, Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens kind of did it, but Skywalker Saga, like, that is the first open world Star Wars game, right? Like, I'm not bugging, right? I mean, maybe we could say Fallen Order, but I don't think Outlaws is.
Here's where I stand on this. I think what they're talking about by, like, open world, I think, you know, you can't have a Star Wars game and not be able to go to different planets. You know, like I said, Fallen Order, Skywalker Saga was really the first one to do it. Then you had Survivor, which kind of upped the open worldness of Fallen Order. But I think what they mean by this is it's really like more open. Either way, I think they're kind of wrong on that. There definitely has been two, if not more, open world Star Wars games. But, you know, this is a Star Wars game. We want to go to different planets. We don't just want to explore one single planet. So
right.
We'll see. We'll have to get more details on that and definitely make another podcast surrounding Star Wars Outlaws. Because, you know, I've been hearing, like, hey, it's the Red Dead Redemption 2 of Star Wars. And obviously, Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of my favorite games ever made. So if that's the comparisons that it's getting, except it's Star Wars, that would be pretty amazing. And I hope it lives up to the hype, and I hope it exceeds my current expectations for it. But, you know, we'll have to see. We don't have a release date yet anyways, so, you know.
Yeah, and it's Ubisoft. I mean, I know Ubisoft gets a lot of shit, but I mean, I love Assassin's Creed. I mean, the new Avatar Frontiers of Pandora game, I haven't gotten extremely far, just for reasons, but I plan on working on that more tomorrow. PS5 kind of took over for a bit, but, I mean, Avatar is a good game, and I know for some reason not a lot of people are playing it, so I think Ubisoft, I mean, they've made some stinkers, but they're also, I think they're pretty competent in making open world games, so I think they can do it.
Yeah, me too. I'm enjoying Avatar. I'm enjoying Avatar Frontiers of Pandora as well. I'm taking a break from it because I'm, you know, playing Skywalker Saga. I'm trying to get that done, platinumed, all that. But right when I finish that, I'm going back to Frontiers, and I'm gonna continue my journey as the Navi. Yeah, it's like a pause in between. It's really weird, but yeah, great game I think so far.
I still don't have the Ikron unlocked. I don't know how to do it.
Oh, bro, you gotta unlock. Come on, I think you gotta be close. Then
I read online they're like do more campaign missions, but it seems like I've done like 50 of them. So I don't know. Maybe I'll probably unlock it one of these days here.
One of these days.
Because your boy wants to fly around on a giant bird. Let me tell you.
Yeah, remember when you were flying around on mine and then I had to kick you off of it like in GTA Online?
Yeah. So we were playing online.
It was funny.
And for everyone. Because obviously it was just us, but yeah, we're playing online, and I really want to try an Ikron. It's like a flying mount, for those of you who don't know, and basically Echo unlocked it. So for some reason I was able to fly on his bird. That sounds weird, but let me rephrase. I was able to ride his animal. That sounds worse.
Okay, bro.
Anyway, I was flying the Ikron, and basically he got mad and kind of kicked me off like in GTA Online. And I was kind of butthurt about that. I couldn't sleep that night.
I was just so confused where my Ikron was that you were like going off, oh, I'm flying an Ikron. I was like, no freaking way.
Yeah, it just gave it to me.
I wanted to let you fly it. I wanted to let you fly it at first, but I guess that's how you do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I just stole it.
I kicked you off and you fell into a bunch of leaves.
I know. I felt betrayed, but what are you gonna do?
Get your Ikron then, man.
I know. That's my prerogative. That's my mission. That's my homework. This week.
Oh, man.
But, yeah. So, I'm excited for all that stuff. But what are your topics? What do you got? Something random.
Oh, man. Something random. Holy crap. What is, I don't know. What's your,
Favorite color? Favorite color.
favorite color. What's your favorite color?
I gotta go orange on that one.
Orange.
Yeah.
Wow. Weren't we gonna talk about Dragons Rising?
Oh yeah. I mean, I want to talk about colors.
Oh, you want to talk about colors, like LGBTQ?
Oh, not those. Well, I mean, speaking of that, you know what pisses me off? Thank you. You got me on a tangent.
See,
so
I'll just give you ideas. I got you.
So I was playing Modern Warfare 3 the other day, and I'm having a blast. I'm killing bots like a poor person.
Oh, he told me about this.
Yeah. I literally, I don't even know what to do. So, I'm playing Modern Warfare 3, right? I'm playing an American shooter, shooting terrorists right in the noggin.
Yep,
I don't know, for some reason they look like Power Rangers now. I don't know, it was like an update, but I'm shooting people, and every flag is the gay flag. And again, if you are, whatever you are, you do you. I just find it really funny that they don't have I checked. They don't have the American flag, but they got that one. I don't know. It's just, I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to get canceled, but it was just, I found that really funny.
Yeah, I just find it funny how you're playing the game with all these, go soldier, yeah, be a man, hard hitter.
Yeah.
I'm not saying gay people can't be like men, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got you.
I just think, it's like I haven't played Modern Warfare 3. Now that you mentioned that, I probably won't play Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, no, I mean it's fun.
But,
it's fun, but it's just I just found it really weird because where's the American flag? This is an American shooter.
Strange Easter egg, but okay.
Yeah, maybe it's an Easter egg. Maybe you have to buy the American flag in like a loot box. Who knows?
Oh, what? They're gonna be EA now? They're gonna be EA? Really?
Yeah. This is.
I gotta pay for my rights. Gotta pay for my.
Gotta pay for my flag, baby.
Rights.
Speaking of that, I want a Battlefront 3, but anyway, Ninjago Dragons. Yeah, you just got me on a tangent. Ninjago Dragons Rising. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. And I don't want to, obviously spoil it for you guys. So if you haven't seen it, watch it.
Spoil it.
I will spoil it. That's the thing. I am going to. So if you haven't seen it, freaking get on it. But I thought season 1 concluded, and season 2 is coming out apparently this year. We think. Season 1 consisted of 2 parts. And a lot of people think that part 1 is stronger than 2. I think that, just quickly, part 1, I think, is a little more with it in terms of its narrative, like its focus. But I do think part 2 has a really badass end to it with the crazy girl, Beatrix. What are your thoughts on Dragons Rising? Because really, it's not a reboot; it's a sequel show. Because the first Ninjago show is seasons 1 to 15, and now we're on to season 1 of a brand new show. But it's still, it's a sequel show. What are your thoughts on that? Would you have rather them just reboot it and start fresh, or do you like that we're following like an older Lloyd type thing, kind of like a mentor?
No, yeah, I definitely want to see Lloyd grow more because he's still flawed. Despite what happened with the Crystal King, despite 15 seasons of Lloyd being Lloyd, man, there's still stuff for him to learn, and now he's having to take on this teacher role, which we've never really seen him, having to do. So not only does he have to be a team leader, he has to be a teacher. So I really like seeing that theme going around, and Ninjago has always done good at messaging and stuff, and has really good themes, and all these characters being introduced, like Aaron and Sora, Wildfire. All those characters are great, and I can't wait to see them as the show goes on for however many seasons. But I want to see this go until Lloyd is pretty much a Sensei Wu, just an old man with a beard. Where is Sensei Wu now? We don't know.
I guess he's a ghost.
or stuck in time, like in season 7.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I thought part 1 was more story based, story focused, which definitely I think made me appeal to it more. But part 2 was good. Spoilers, I guess, but we got to see Jay in I think the third to last episode. Don't know why he wasn't in the final fight. Kind of ticked me off because this is like the final fight of the season. We got to have all the ninjas together, but maybe he'll come back in season 2. I thought the ending was pretty good. Trying to remember these little moments. There's a lot of good little moments. Wildfire and Kai's relationship, Aaron and Lloyd's relationship, Sora and Nia's relationship. All these relationships really go hand in hand, and they're really cool to see. And then you see that come to fruition in this final battle. Everybody, giving it their all and stuff. And it's Ninjago being Ninjago, man. And I'm excited to see where it goes. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's good. I mean, it's not my favorite, thing in the world, but I favorite season in the world. But I do think. I do think that it is strong. I mean, I don't think it deserves the hate it gets, but definitely better than season 7, Hands of Time, and Day of the Departed. I'll tell you that.
It's a strong first season for this new show.
Yeah. But where would you like? Because we got Empress Beatrix, and I think she's a good villain. She's written well. I think her performance is really good, and by the end of it, I mean, she's just going insane. Like, she's straight up just going nuts, man. She's opening portals like Thanos. It's crazy. And I think that having that in there, just her going absolutely nuts, it really kind of sets the stage. And, like, this woman is... We really haven't... obviously every villain is mentally unstable because they're evil. But I think the closest we've got to that is, like, maybe Esphira? Or, like, Garmadon? In just terms of, complete chaos.
Yeah, so Empress Beatrix, I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't think she is the most, she's one of the most irritable villains in the world. She just, I don't know, like, there's mentally insane, but then there's also, like, realizing you've lost and realizing, despite your arrogance, like, I never even knew what her goal was. It became, trying to control this empire that she's destroying, mm-hmm. right? And I'm assuming it's because the writers wanted to make her so clouded by her hatred for the ninja, which, I mean, fair, I guess. But they tried to do something with, like, a flashback, trying to make us feel sympathetic and empathetic towards her, which I didn't feel, because I can't relate to being that privileged in a hierarchy, but
not yet.
But no, not my favorite villain in the world. But I mean, we'll see what happens. She might come back. She might be redeemable. She might turn into a hero when she learns to quit the attitude. But honestly, I'm not the biggest fan. But it's whatever. You get a good toss of good Ninjago villains and bad Ninjago villains.
Yeah, I think so. I think
like Moro's still my all-time favorite Ninjago villain, hands down.
Yeah, Moro is awesome. He's one of the best for sure.
For sure. He makes the season for me, honestly. And then the score, too, during that season. Oh, my goodness. Possession. Go watch it. Rewatch it. If you have seen it. Rewatch it after you rewatch it.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's fantastic. Easily one of the best.
Yes.
Plus, he drinks alcohol, and that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Ninjago taking these leaps.
Yeah.
These mature leaps.
Yeah.
As they should.
But, no, I'm excited for what's to come next. There are some Ninjago, like Dragon's Rising, like shorts online about like building mechs and whatnot. They're on YouTube. I haven't seen them, but I want to. Maybe I can review them. But I think the future looks bright. I mean, if they don't mess this up or it becomes like woke or stupid or too kiddie or whatever, I think that they have a winning formula because dude, the first show went for 15 seasons. I mean, you can go 15 for this one if you really play your cards right.
Doesn't mean they should though. Like
No.
This is Dragon's Rising. I feel like you can make maybe 5 seasons out of this, 5 seasons out of a new show, then a show after that. But they shouldn't milk this. It should be a story that makes sense continuously because this is part of the same canon. It's not at the point where, okay, we should stop. Because it genuinely is, like, a good show. It's engaging to watch, story-wise and character-wise. But there's a point where you say, hey, this is a really good thing we got going on. Let's not mess it up just because we can, just because we can,
Tell that to the MCU.
Yeah, well, when that time comes, we'll see. We'll probably be in our 40s or so. I don't know. But honestly, yeah, I'm excited to see where the future of this goes. And, yeah, we need to get rid of that stupid Dragon's Rising theme song that plays. We be a ninja forwards back.
Yeah, it's a banger.
So stupid. I can never know. No. It's not Weekend Whip, bro.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that.
Goodness.
Definitely not the Weekend Whip.
Worst thing about the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is cool.
I'm flabbergasted.
It's just not a good song.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, it's just like...
It's whatever. I mean, I don't know. It's whatever.
Like, I know they have to make a new song because it's a new... But come on, Weekend Whip, like, that's a jam. All right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Put on a Ninjago episode because they listened to that intro. I don't blame them. It's a good-ass song.
Get the people that did Weekend Whip and have them do it again or something else.
Oh, yeah, or do a different... Yeah, make them... Get in them to make a new song. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But you want to get... You want to get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Just all around. Good decisions, guys. Good decisions.
Yeah, how's that Sonic the Hedgehog Lego Dimensions?
Oh, it's going great.
Oh, that's good.
Best Sonic game, by the way.
Well, only Sonic game. Or no, only Lego Sonic game.
It's the only Sonic game. Lego Dimensions is the only Sonic game ever.
I don't think so, but okay.
Last time I checked.
What's another topic, man? We could go on forever, JK, but...
Let's go Star Wars. What are you talking about Star Wars?
Yeah, we've been talking about Star Wars past 40 minutes. Why not?
I remember you went on a tangent. You're like, oh, the sequels are so good! We gotta talk about how good they are.
They are good. I think the fan base makes them not good. They make Star Wars just not good. It's the fan base for me. We could talk about the fan base, honestly. I'd have a field day talking about that.
Yeah.
But yeah. What about the sequels or what about the prequels? Let's not just talk about the sequels. This is Star Wars, not sequels. Star Wars.
We gotta talk about everything.
For sure.
I think that. Well, what do you want to do about the prequels? Because I think they're my least favorite, but they're still, like, they're so iconic, man. They're so memorable, such amazing action.
And I feel like, honestly, that's what makes them for the most part these very memorable movies. I think, like I said, for Star Wars, I can't rank any of the movies. I just can't. They're all equal to me. They're all really fantastic. Maybe they're not the most perfect films, but for Star Wars, for a lover of the lightsaber fights, of the corny dialogue, of the characters, of the iconic voices, all that stuff, the iconic moments, quotes, all that stuff, like it all makes Star Wars just amazing, and it makes me love being a Star Wars fan. Then you have the toxic fandom and stuff like that, but no, I think I could throw on any Star Wars movie and be like, this is the best Star Wars movie, but then I could throw on the movie after that and be like, oh no, this is the best Star Wars movie. It's this never-ending continuous cycle of I can't pick and choose, and that's just a personal thing. I think the Star Wars world would be way better if everybody thought how I thought about how each movie is equal and we all respect and love each movie because we're fans of Star Wars, but also
I agree.
We're not nitty-gritty crybabies.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, look,
that's
it's just
me.
I agree. I mean, it's exhausting because, like, I go on Twitter and, I post about, oh, I love this in the sequels, or oh, I love this in the prequels, or I just post Star Wars, really. And it seems like everyone online, and I know this isn't for everyone.
Sequel Star Wars only. Not just Star Wars, sequel Star Wars.
Yeah, right. I feel like it's I mean, obviously it's the popular thing to hate on it, but I don't know. I really don't understand how, like, if you're constantly hating on something more than liking it, I don't get how you're a fan of that thing. Like, I really don't understand the logic behind it. It's also, like, really exhausting. Because I'm over here like, oh man, I love The Rise of Skywalker, and then people on, Twitter, or just wherever online, are like, you need to kill yourself, or you're horrible, or, it's just...
Yeah, like, they go
crazy.
straight to violence, and it's like, if you don't like the movie, then, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the pros and cons. Try to persuade me to think about the movie differently. But when you go straight to, these attacks and stuff, like, you've already lost the argument. You've already lost dignity and respect, and, it's okay if you can come out and say you just don't have a job and you have no source of income, and you live in your mom's basement.
Yeah.
Your mom probably loves The Rise of Skywalker, and
my mom loves The Rise of
come up to see
Skywalker.
her. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that the people that are hating on the sequels, look, you blame it all on Disney, but you gotta understand, it's all made by Lucasfilm. The same company that made Revenge of the Sith, A New Hope, all these other films you love, but then you want to exclude these set of films.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I don't know. You're not trying to look at it from the other person's eye or whatever. I don't know the saying, and I think that makes you a fake Star Wars fan, or just not a good person to banter with, to talk to about this stuff. I mean, you claim to be a Star Wars fan, but here you are trashing on these movies, which, believe it or not, they are part of the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, pretty fundamental part, I'd say.
Like, I have more respect for you if you don't like the sequels, but you respect the fact that they are a part of the Skywalker saga, whereas people just decide, hey, no, I'm ending it at Return of the Jedi. And it's like, dude, like, grow a pair, like, stop, like, you lost the argument 5 years ago, like, okay.
Yeah, or they're like, oh, Rey's not a Skywalker. I'm like, obviously she's a Palpatine. She's born a Palpatine, but she adopts the Skywalker, or she's allowed to use the Skywalker name, and people are just like, identity
theft. Some things
theft.
are stronger than blood. Luke literally says it himself. Oh, and you say they ruined Luke's character? Yeah, I'll let franchise go and tell you why you're wrong about that. Because, I mean, it's baffling. It's sad. It's funny. But it makes me kind of, hey, I don't want to be a part of this community anymore.
Yeah,
but there's so many great things about this community, and then there's just so many things you hate. It's literally like the light and the dark side. It's crazy.
I know. And you were telling me the other day is that, like, you were like, I love the sequels, but, like, the whole internet is, like, saying they're bad. Maybe they are bad. And then you rewatched them and you're like, no, they're good. it's just like, that's the thing. It's like, I hate, and it's not, obviously it's not just you, it's me for a little bit, and it's everyone, really. It's just, it's exhausting to hear how bad something is when you really love it, and you're thinking, am I crazy? You know, are these actually bad? And then you apply logic and reasoning, and then you're like, oh, wait, no, like, you know, I was telling you that a lot of people that hate, this doesn't just apply to the sequels, it applies to anything. A lot of people that hate something, they don't understand that something, or they don't want to understand that something. They have questions, but instead of doing their research or reading that book or just Googling,
Exactly.
they just automatically go, oh, it's bad because of the writing.
Yeah.
Like, no, you just don't get it.
Well, I think the reason why and this is, mainly for The Last Jedi,
Mm-hmm.
The reason why when I rewatched it, I came to like it way more than, what the internet was telling me to not like about it, is because I went in with your points that you gave, with your kind of, POV on it, and that's what made me like it a whole much more. And I'm not going to be this fake person where I'm not going to like this movie because you want me to like it and stuff. No, I genuinely like The Last Jedi. I think it's a great Star Wars movie. Like I said, I'm not gonna pick and choose, but I'm like, seriously, stop trying to demote these other movies.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to see the other side of what the people that love these movies think. Like, if you're generally so curious to why people like me, franchise, everybody loves these movies, loves all of Star Wars, then ask us, ask franchise, go into the sequel trilogy with a different outlook, and if you still come up with the same opinion, that's fine.
Oh well.
Don't take it to Twitter though and hate on everybody that does love these movies because you're just being a bitch.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah. Like I said, like when they announced the Rey movie, when they announced the Mandalorian and Grogu movie just recently, the James Mangold Dawn of the Jedi, Ahsoka season 2 out. I mean, there's so many movies, TV shows, video games, comics, novels. It's so expansive now. I'm over here, giddy. I'm like, dude, we're getting a movie, and we're getting a show, and we're getting a book, and we're getting a game, and whatnot. I just, like, I'm freaking out like a little schoolgirl on the inside. And then I go online to say how excited I am, and everyone's like, this is horrible, and they ruined my life. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, just stop it.
Yeah, just
annoying.
We don't need your negative energy. You're honestly the most fakest Star Wars fan, just fakest, like everything. And that's the type of energy you come in with. Like,
yeah, and I hate.
Stop saying Disney ruined Star Wars, okay?
Yeah.
George Lucas was the one who sold it to them.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not even Disney who makes the shit. It's Lucasfilm.
Yeah, Disney just owns it.
Like, oh my God! It's like saying like I own a dog, and like you're gonna like blame me because the dog took a shit on your porch.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not my fault. That's the dog's, and I was asleep.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I mean, maybe I should have put the leash on the dog, but still, you get what I'm trying to say. I really think they're putting so much blame on this because they can't be content with themselves, and they can't learn to enjoy stuff other than what they've been told to enjoy and told to hate. It's literally like religion and politics, and it's Star Wars. This is a fantasy world. Why can't?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's just insane. Like I hate talking about it. I hate spewing about it, but I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Like we gotta stop. Like, it's dividing us more than ever. It makes me ashamed to be a part of this community.
I also hate when people say, "Oh, Disney Star Wars sucks," and then 5 minutes later they're like, "But the Clone Wars season 7 is great, Rebels is good, and I love the Mandalorian." Man. It's like
that falls under Disney Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Lucasfilm Star Wars, really? But okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just
And notice how no one ever says Disney Marvel.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Disney Star Wars, but it's not. Yeah, it's just stupid.
Oh my God. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna lie, Disney isn't my favorite, company in the world, just for personal, like, ethics and reasons.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna blame them because a Star Wars thing is bad or something like that. Like, that's that's Lucasfilm that's in charge of that. Disney just acquired that. It's like saying, because they just acquired Hulu too.
Yeah.
So it's
And
kind of
Fox.
like saying, yeah, whatever those studios put out, what, you're going to blame it on Disney?
Yeah.
So why is this only a Star Wars thing? It's so like, it's just so weird, man. It's such an iffy topic, but seriously, like, people gotta, like, stop being so...
They gotta chill.
Yeah, I mean, you're better at explaining it than I am. I mean, I'm just here for the content.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, like I said, I'm here to, like, when I like something, I like to know everything I can about it, regardless of Ninjago, Marvel, Star Wars, whatever, but it just, like I said, I can't tell you how many times people, shit on the sequels or even the prequels even, but it's mainly sequels now, just for the dumbest effing reason. They're like, oh, Rey's actually a Mary Sue because she can swim. I'm like, no, she's developed as a strong woman because she had to grow up on Jakku. And if you notice when she does quote unquote swim in The Last Jedi, she doggy paddles for like 4 seconds and then she's out of breath. If she were like swimming like Michael friggin' Phelps, that'd be a different story. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Like, Anakin was also born on a desert planet and he can swim fine in the Clone Wars. No one brings it up because he's a dude. And that also leads into the sexism and the racism. People are also just bad people as well.
I don't care who's the lead and center of a Star Wars movie. Just don't gaslight me on the Star Wars movie just because of it has to be the certain gender.
Yeah.
Just be good at storytelling, and then you got the Charmin bitch. Oh my god, I don't even want to get into that because we only got like 10 minutes left of this whole podcast, but
we can save it for next one.
yeah, save that anger for next time. But honestly, just make your characters good. Don't try to force anything down people's throats when they don't have to be.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, we're not talking about the sequels.
I just want good stories, and we've gotten that. So I don't know what people's problem is. Just learn to enjoy shit. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you call yourself a Star Wars fan, but then you get pissed about something Star Wars. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah. And then some of them go, oh, well, I get mad because I care. It's like, that's not...
Oh, yeah, you care so much.
That's not the same thing. Like...
It's not the same thing, bro.
No one cares so much where all you do is trash on something. That's not care. That's just blind hate.
Exactly. And then you gotta hate on the people that love it as well.
Yeah.
So... I mean, fake Star Wars fans, we know this, though, so yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame, because, like the High Republic came out, and I have a few of the books and comics, and I think it's a cool era. And, like I said, I've loved the sequels, I love the games, and the books, and the Rogue One and Solo, and it's just, like I said, it really does suck to just, everyone just hating on it. And I know, look, there are more fans than haters, but it is scary. Because not everyone has, I'm not saying I'm like the best, but, I do like to think I have a considerable amount of, not pride, but like, self-pride where I'm like, alright, I can say something and someone can, I'm not afraid to speak my mind online, and I'll say till I'm blue in the face I love the sequels, but some people are scared to say that because they're just going to get hated on and told to kill themselves. So it's just really bad, but I am glad that it even happened with the prequels, because, you look at Ahmed Best, who played Jar Jar, and I'm going to be straight up, I think Jar Jar is a good character. I mean, he's not great. He's kind of stupid, but that's the point. I think he does the job well. And it sucks that he was bullied so hard by the fans, he almost killed himself. And then Jake Lloyd, who played young Anakin in Episode 1, he's in freaking jail now, because he went crazy. You know what I mean? It's just like... And then you get Daisy Ridley, you get the girl that played Reva in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. She got bullied because she's black. I mean, she's not the best written character, but it just sucks. You know what I mean? Like, you take away the fake fans and the haters, then you just get bad people.
Yeah, just disgraceful people who just so happen to call themselves Star Wars fans. And believe it or not, this feud has been going on for like years, and like you said with Jar Jar, so like 20 plus years. It's just insane, man. And whether it'll end, I don't know. I hope that we can sign a freaking peace treaty or something. Like
yeah.
I don't know what it's gonna take for people to grow up.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah,
it's what it is.
like I said, what really makes me mad is sequels aren't canon. Oh, remake them, redo them. Like, those people I can't stand, but like I said, there are more people that love them than hate them. It's just, we're in this sad world where it's the internet and hate gets clicks. You know, that term sex sells. Same thing with hate. Hate sells. I mean, that's, for some reason it does, and it really sucks, but I don't know, like I said, you and me, and I know there's millions of other people like us, but it's weird. It's like I'm rare. You know what I mean? Like, I'm over here like, I'm excited for Outlaws, and everyone else is like, this looks horrible. I don't know. I feel like I'm rare, you know what I mean? Like, obviously I don't think all Star Wars is perfect. I have issues too, but I don't hate any of it. And I think that's what makes me unique. Or us, and other people, you know.
And people will hate on you for that, and just,
I've been called everything under the frickin' sun on Twitter. I mean, it's a cesspool of death.
No, I just, Twitter, man. I know the depths of that. You know, or I've seen it. I've just seen all these nasty comments, dude, over the stupidest stuff, too. It's like, how childish do you gotta be? Like really?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. It is what it is. But if you have any funny little topics, I might have one more small topic if you want to get into it briefly.
Yeah.
Before we leave.
Go ahead.
It is Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. So, there's been some DC games. Obviously, the Lego Batman games, the Arkham series, Injustice, recently Gotham Knights. But Kill the Justice League is the newest Rocksteady game, the guys that made, Arkham. And there's been some stuff on it, and a lot of people aren't happy with it. They're kind of saying it's bad. I am indifferent on it, but what are your takes on this game? Are you excited? Are you getting it? What do you think? Do you think everyone's crazy for hating on it? What are your thoughts real quick here?
You know, it's not the most hyped I've been for a superhero game. But this is Rocksteady. These are the same people that made the Arkham games. You know, for me, right below the Spider-Man games, but still phenomenal games in their own right. And it's funny how right when they make this new type of genre type-esque game with new characters and stuff, people are like, oh, this is gonna be bad. Guys, this is Rocksteady, okay? Why, when they want to do something different, are we just gonna call it bad? Okay? I remember when this thing first got announced, the cinematic looked cool. I was excited for it. You know, as the days, you know, are getting closer, and I'm counting down to this thing coming out. You know, yeah, I'm getting a little excited for it because I want to see how it plays. I want to see who I want to main and stuff. Were there things that I would have preferred? You know, I didn't get to play the alpha test like some of the people have, but I know people that have gone to play it, and you know, they said, yeah, you know, it's all right, it's fun, it's, you know, the combat is engaging, the loot that you can pick up varies the gameplay, leaves you immersed. And I saw this IGN review where this dude, it was getting, I think his name is Dustin, he was getting flamed because people in the comments were saying during this Flash boss fight, he was like, oh wait, you're mad because the Flash is too fast?
Yeah.
And I thought that was one of the most funny things ever. But as far as where I stand on the game, that being a looter shooter, look, I haven't really played that many looter shooters. I know Destiny is one of them, holds the trophy for one of the most known, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to see how this thing plays. You know, I'm yeah, I'd say for the most part, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it. It's going to be very different for me because it's obviously a different genre, looter shooter, of course.
Right.
But you know, I think the controversy surrounding it is just so unnecessary. Like, this is Rocksteady. Like, you know, game companies, AAA game companies, like to do stuff different. We shouldn't bash them for it. We should actually praise them for it because they're taking that leap. And you know, I have nothing against it as of now. So I am cautiously optimistic for it. So yeah, that's my take.
That's good. Yeah. Now, when does it release again?
If you pre-order the deluxe edition, which is $100, you get it on the 30th, 72 hours early access. So that would mean it means it comes out the 2nd of February if you get the normal version. Yeah,
that's pretty quick actually. That's coming up soon here.
Yeah, so look, I'm doing my research on it. I'm watching early reviews on it, like I do for every game that I'm interested in getting in. I don't want the controversy to get in the way of what my take will be on it or how I'll feel about the game when I'm playing it. I just think people are stupid.
Yeah,
That's all.
Yeah. I mean, that's it, right? Play first, and then decide. I mean, obviously, it's hard to do that now because games are so freaking expensive. But if you can afford to play something and you want to play it, yeah, freaking play it. You know what I mean? If some guy hates it online, you might like it. You never know.
Yeah, it's just you got to bite the bullet and try. I mean, if you're a hardcore gamer, shoot, go for it. So yeah, that's just kind of my take on it. But what about you, real quick here, before we gotta wrap up?
I'm excited for it. I don't know if I am buying it day one, but I am definitely. It's something that's on my mind because I think that
on your radar.
Yeah, because it could be really good, and I love the Arkham series. For the most part, I really like them, and I think that the potential is there. I mean, who knows really? In terms of, the, what do you call it? Looter shooter aspect of it. But I think it looks fun. I think that it, being in Metropolis is also really cool. Because the only really Metropolis open world game we've gotten is Lego DC Supervillains. And I guess Dimensions? But
DC Universe Online?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Forgot about that one. That one's alright. But,
yeah.
I mean, I'm excited. I mean, it has potential for sure to be something unique and different where every game tries to be one specific thing, but this one looks different and fun. So, I'm excited. I mean, we'll have to see how it is. Me, if it performs like trash, then I don't know if I'm going to get it, but it's on my radar for sure. I mean, I got a lot of shit to play, but, eventually I'll get it.
Get on the PS5 if you're getting it. Maybe we could play together, bro.
That's true.
I'll be sick.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
But yeah.
But other than that, that's all she wrote. Hey, this has been, what are we doing? Oh man, an hour. Pretty good though. I think we had covered some good stuff. Next time we'll talk about the Ray movie. We'll talk about maybe some other fun stuff. I want to talk about Harry Potter 2 and Fantastic Beasts and kind of the cancellation of that. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about next time. But guys, if you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe. Of course, really does help both of us out. Because we're smallish YouTubers, but I think we're both pretty good at what we're doing. So I'm excited to do this another time, and hopefully OBS will work. Because if you guys haven't found out, my OBS doesn't effing work. So I literally have my cell phone next to my microphone, like a caveman monkey. So hopefully this works better next time. But anyway, I had a lot of fun, dude, as always, doing these.
Yeah, me too, man. It's a blast. This is definitely one of our best ones.
I think so, yeah. But anyway, leave a comment down below what you guys think, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Peace.